MikeDurbin.com. You can get the WCW-esque Konnan in that K-Dog Wolfpack style. Man, this Konnan might be Bendy of the Year right now.
I really told you. Yo. Let me speak on this. Mike Durbin Productions exclusive. The Konnan, I was the most impressed with Konnan, man. It's like undercover Bendy of the Year. It's a really nice figure. The do-rag is freaking awesome in person. I love the exclusive with the WCW packaging. I love this one with the camo. It's really nice.
And I will say a figurine expert who went to TJ on Friday, Matt Cardona, put it over as being a good figurine as far as figurines go.
Yo, hold on, let me speak on this. Exclusive Mike Durbin Productions, K-Dog. Look at that, listen to K-Dog, keeping it 100, logo on the back, MikeDurbin.com. Get it right now. Low key might be Bendy of the Year. Go get it.
But how soon can we start getting WWE people on the show?
Yeah, like I told you, I just got there, but I think it'll happen.
I'm just saying. Do you know who the first person I would like to have on this show?
Who?
I'd like to interview Seth Rollins.
Yeah, the first person will either let me just explain something to you. The first person will either be Dominic or Ray.
What about a Grande Americano?
Yeah, he can come in and
with a
translator.
Run-in. What if he does a run-in?
And with a translator.
How about Hunter?
Maybe, bro. I mean, Hunter have a connection back in the day too. You never know. And Nick Khan lives in Vegas. I met him before. Who knows, right? But I'm just saying. I'm interested in Seth Rollins because I would like to know because Seth Rollins changed my mind about him over the years, and I'd like to get a dive like what? How did you kind of like what was your mindset?
Ditch that corny thing that he had going on.
Or just like all these gimmicks, it wasn't working with him.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you started doing like this, and plus he's a sports fan too. He loves the Chicago Bears. So.
Right. Yeah.
I like Punk come on and face off with Disco,
Yeah. Well, he's another guy that changed my mind.
He would be a guy
I was very critical of CM Punk back in the day because I thought that CM Punk fighting in the UFC was one of the most delusional actions I've ever seen anybody commit.
Yep.
And I was like, and I was saying like,
but you got to give him credit. Go in there and do it.
And plus two,
most guys wouldn't.
His body of work in AEW, when he left, he was causing problems. When they got rid of him, and I would say the WWE should not hire the guy. And he's completely changed my mind.
Bro, you got to remember, you're working for Tony Khan, a fanboy, right? And you're working with the most professional company in the world who he had heat with, but they were able to sit down and assuage that and do business and look at, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, over the course of time, I've literally changed my mind on all of those guys that came from Ring of Honor. That back in the day, Owens, Zayn, Seth, Daniel Bryan, once they got in the WWE ecosystem and started developing in that thing, brother, they completely changed my mind on my perception of them over the years.
What was your take on AJ?
Literally all of them almost.
AJ was a Ring of Honor guy. Did he?
No, I always had a high opinion.
Always had a high opinion.
I worked. Yeah, no idea.
AJ wasn't really a ring. He was more of a TNA guy.
And I had a good little 1 month angle with AJ and had some good matches against him at TNA. We had an excellent street fight.
Oh yeah.
He's a great worker. We had an excellent feud. LAX versus Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles,
Right.
Both of those guys could go.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're into the home stretch for NBA and NHL playoffs. And there's more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played. With the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NHL, and UFC. And in between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino. All the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino action. So BetOnline, the game starts here. All right, next one is from Michael Kupak from Cleveland, Ohio. Hello, gentlemen. In response to, this is interesting because this could be fake news. Because when I hear stories like this with no video evidence to corroborate, I'm very suspect about these. So, in response to disappointing fan interaction with Punk at Mania during meet and greets, at the Rumble, I bought a photo experience for me and my brother to get one picture taken with Liv Morgan. and it was like ordering from the soup Nazi. When we were up to bat, we were told to step forward, smile, then when we see the flash, a step to the right and grab our receipt with the link to the photo. We weren't to touch Liv, couldn't ask for an autograph, and to keep the line moving, we couldn't ask a question. My brother with special needs was very excited for this, but couldn't understand why we couldn't have much of an interaction. He still enjoyed it, but it felt bad he couldn't have more of an interaction. I'm glad we could meet her, but that was so disappointing. I'll never do that again. The whole thing lasted 7 seconds. It wasn't her fault. So people running it. They were fun sponges. I also know Breezy had a disappointing meet and greet with Priest too. So it's just not Punk that gave people less than what they'd hoped for. Quick question. With releases or talent not being re-signed, did WWE drop the ball by not announcing they were releasing Chad Gable, but having El Grande Americano still on the show? I think that would have been a nice touch to confuse the fans. Thanks. All right, let me explain these people. If you're going to go to WWE and these is corporate meet and greets, dude, they're selling these. Okay, you go online, you purchase this stuff. Bro, there's a lot of people that buy this. The performers don't have 9 hours to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's a time allotted. They sell the things and say, hey, we got to do this in like 2 to 3 hours. So many people buy it that that's what you're getting. Like, you're not going to get a lot of interaction on doing these things with on these, like when you're going to a major event like WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, where there's 30, 40,000 people coming. So it's like I don't know what people think you're going to get. Your best bet is to go to find the bars that these people go to afterwards. You're going to have a better interaction with them in a social environment outside of the corporate environment, which is what a meet and greet is. Oh, by the way, somebody disputed what somebody said about the Punk interaction, and then said that they were. Did you see that, Joe?
Yeah, they were basically like, that's like I was able to stand there and talk with Punk, and he kind of even waved off the Fanatics person, like, "Shut up, you were having a conversation." So
yeah, so it's like without video of these things, I don't even know if these stories are true that people are saying here.
Yeah, let me just say this: if I were a fan, because I'm sure these are expensive tickets, I would be. If I was in line for 45 minutes, an hour, or an hour plus, and they just scooted me through,
Right?
That's
but what do you think you were paying for?
To interact a little bit, I know I don't have CM Punk lines or popularity, but I interact with everybody. So they next time maybe I come back and they, buy my ticket again.
You know what I would do if I was doing these?
Yeah.
You know what my operative word would be?
What?
Scram.
Eat it.
I didn't think scram.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.